Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the first new moon of 2024. The January full moon is all about going within, taking stock, noticing what serves you, what doesn't serve you, doing all of this without judgment. We've just come out of a time where we were doing a lot of inner work. So we just want to make sure that all of the values that we have uncovered within, all of the things that keep us upright in our lives, as well as on the mat, are continuing to be implemented in our day-to-day activities. And so this month, I would encourage you to set the intention to take stock and, in keeping with not judging the self, noticing what points of obstacles there might be, what supports you might have, and what genuine steps you can take towards these goals that are accessible and not too big of a piece at once. I just encourage self-compassion. And in keeping with this and the focus on our motivations and intentions and our inner values coming outward into action, today we are going to be doing a practice focused on the solar plexus chakra, the center of fire, the center of action. So to start out, let's come into a wide-legged child's pose. So instead of having your knees together, you would want to have them as wide as your mat or wider, however is comfortable for you. Bring them closer together if your hips are feeling tight today. But bringing yourself down onto your heels or onto a pillow if your heels don't yet reach. Go ahead and walk your hands forward on your mat, sinking your belly, your chest, and finally your head to the floor. Coming into your little cocoon. A big part of yoga, even bigger perhaps than the movements or the postures, is the breath. Tune into your natural breathing. Where does it fill your body? Does your chest expand freely, or there a bit of shaking? There's nothing else you need to do right now except breathe and listen. We're going to practice a full belly breath. This means that we are going to breathe first down into the belly, then expand the lungs, and then expand out through the heart, filling up a bit at a time. Inhale to fill your stomach. Inhale more to fill your lungs. Inhale once more to lift your sternum. And breathing audibly out through the mouth, release sternum to rib cage, and out of the stomach. Breathing in this way, as it becomes more fluid with practice, allows us to breathe in a full cycle, touching all points of the body, rising up the front body and melting down the back body on each exhale. Again, inhale from the stomach into the ribs and sternum. Audible exhale. And again, inhale, belly, lungs to sternum. And exhale, sternum, lungs, belly. Inhale and exhale, melting down the back body. Inhale and exhale, sigh it out here. Allow your breathing to return to normal. Notice how you've sunk deeper into the earth. Your breath can ground you, both when you are still and when you are active. Gently rock the forehead side to side. Wiggle the fingers, bring a little blood back into the extremities, and slowly pushing with your hands, come up to tabletop position. Hands under the elbows, elbows under the shoulders, keeping a slight bend. Knees under the hips. From here, you're going to come into puppy pose, meaning that we are going to lower our elbows to the points where our palms are currently sitting, keeping them parallel to the sides of the mat and to each other. If this is a bit much on your shoulders, you can always create a V shape with your arms by bringing the palms closer together. But I would encourage keeping the elbows placed where they are for the stretch. From here, walk your knees back until the point where it feels comfortable, but your bum is not going past your knees, and then release your chest towards the mat. Exhale. You can put your forehead to the mat here or your chin, so long as you aren't creating any kinks in the neck. Push into the fingertips. Keep your arms active and relax through the back. Allow your shoulders to melt down and away from your ears. And just breathe deeply here. If there's ever any struggle in your breath, you know you've hit your edge. Come back out just a little bit until you can breathe. Once you find stillness, use your breath to release any sensations that cause you to want to move. Release tension wherever you find it. Any place that is not holding you up does not need to be tense right now. You are safe enough. You are resourced enough. You are connected enough. You are capable enough. You are supported enough. One last inhale. Audible exhale, sigh it out. Now bring your palms together and slowly walk your knees in, not putting too much pressure on your shoulders. And returning to tabletop. We're going to take a few refreshing, cleansing twists. Keeping your left hand down on the mat, lift your right arm up towards the sky. And exhale, float it down and thread it through the arm. Inhale, rise it back up. Exhale, thread the needle and melt it down. You can bring your hand up overhead, or to increase the stretch in the upper back, relax the back of your hand on your lower back. And breathe. As we melt into these postures and allow ourselves a moment of stillness within posture, we create this ability to release. When we can fully relax as many muscles as possible into a pose, come to complete stillness, and use our breath, it allows us to stretch and to deepen in ways that we wouldn't otherwise because of a network called the fascia. This is a web-like network that holds all of your muscles throughout your whole body in place like a net. And when we expand this through resting into a posture for an extended period, it allows our fascia to stretch, to loosen, to lubricate, creating more freedom in our muscles and faster recovery times. This is important going into seasons of action. If you're in the bind, release your arm down and using it to bring yourself back up, reaching your hand up and coming back to all fours. Now going to the opposite side, planting the right hand under the shoulder. Lift your left up overhead and thread it through. Inhale up and melt it down. Bringing your hand overhead or coming into the bind. Once again, find your edge and find stillness. Remembering to maintain a deep breath. Respect where you are. Respect the space you take up. The ocean does not apologize for how deep it is, nor the mountain for how much space it takes up. Neither should you. Take up space. You can be proud while knowing your humanity. We all have failings, we all have things we'd rather people not know of us. And yet we show up. Keeping the balance in the hips in this pose, not leaning too much to one side. Keeping the balance between the children and the relationship. Keeping the balance between work and off time. You are balanced enough. Bringing the right hand back to press yourself up again. Come to kneeling and swing your legs to one side. Come to a comfortable seat. Next, we are going to go into gomukhasana, or cow pose. For this, we're going to start with the right leg underneath. So bring that on the inside of your easy seat. And then take your left leg over your knee, planting your foot onto the ground. The other foot is now to your side with your knee pointing forward, one knee over the other. And you're going to rest this knee down, bringing the feet forward as far as is comfortable for you, keeping the sit bones down on both sides. If they're not sitting down, you need more space between your legs and less space between your feet, bringing your feet closer together and your knees farther apart. If this is not yet accessible for you, you can also bring your right leg out one and just keep this leg in a kind of lotus position. Once you've got your chosen position here, we are going to create the position with our arms, bringing our right arm underneath our left, wrapping and holding on the palm with our fingers here. Creating that L shape can help you to relax your arms as much as possible and thereby your shoulders in this position. Raising your arms up and away from your sternum, bringing your chin into the chest. And if this is enough for you, simply stay here. Otherwise, you can come forward, hooking your elbows onto the top knee and allowing yourself to round forward into a gomukhasana forward fold. using your arms as a pillow, taking those deep belly breaths, go within your own private space. A place of rest, a place of gratitude, of knowing oneness. Let go with every exhale. Receive nurturing with every inhale. Slowly rising up, releasing the arms. Unfolding the legs to come out in front. Give them a little shake. Maybe rub your palms together. Create just a little bit of fire. We're not going to do this for very long. Inhale. And on the exhale, swing your arms apart, stop shaking your legs, and sigh it out. And we'll take that on to the other side, bringing the left leg underneath this time, balancing the knees on top of each other once again, just so you can see this pose from this side as well. You can have your feet closer to your hips, thereby creating space to make it more comfortable, or you can extend your feet outwards away from the hips, but not past the point of the knees, creating less space and more openness through the hips. Then this time, once you're situated, you will take your left arm underneath your right, grab the palm, creating that L shape. Lift away from your sternum, chin to chest, and bow. If your feet ever start to fall asleep or your hands, release momentarily to a prior part of the posture, such as extending one leg straight, creating space between the knees, whatever is working for you, in order to bring circulation back. We want circulation flowing here. allowing the tension to melt from the neck, from the shoulders, down the back, sinking into the floor. Let it go. Know to hold only the amount of tension you need to accomplish that posture, whether that be in life or on the mat. You'll find release that way. You'll find freedom of movement. Coming up and releasing the arms. Extending the legs long here again, slightly shaking them out. From here, we're going to come into half king of the fishes. This is going to be a little bit similar to the prior posture. There will be similar milestones, but it'll be more of a twist. So bringing the right leg out straight, or once again into the side here. You will then bring your left leg over, flatten it, your foot to the floor. You're going to hook your right arm around your left knee, bringing this hand back behind you. Looking over your left shoulder. Stop before breathing gets difficult. If you need to, rotate back slightly, starting with the neck, then the thoracic spine. If this feels nice and you would like to go a bit further, you can take this front arm over the thigh, keeping your sits bone down, bend it underneath the leg, reach behind you, and create a bind. As you can see, my body is not quite there today. Be where you are. Releasing the hand, using only your bicep here. Well rounded in the spine, keeping your integrity in your center here. Start to find more freedom over time. Maybe you can try to expand. Releasing the mind slowly, turning the neck back to forward, bringing the arms back to center, and releasing the legs. Bend your knees with your feet on the floor in front of you, and lean back onto your hands, just windshield wiper a little side to side here. And go on to the other side. This time, the left knee underneath, either out in front of you, like this, which can really help if your hips still feel tight. You can do this practice frequently in order to improve your hip flexibility, but respect where you are here, or you can bring it here. Hook your your left arm around your right knee, bringing the other arm behind and looking over the shoulder. Try to avoid leaning back, keeping head over heart, heart over pelvis here as much as possible. Finding stillness. First, releasing the mind, releasing your head back to center, followed by the arms. We're going to lower onto our mats now into fish pose. You can use a bolster, blocks, pillows, rolled up blankets, whatever you have available to you that you can place directly under your shoulder blades in order to create this opening effect through the upper back and chest. I'm going to be using blocks today. So I'm going to place one block horizontally and the other vertically. So one is going to rest my head and the other will go underneath my shoulder blades. You want the block at your head to be directly at the center of the back of your skull so that your neck is loose and long, and at whatever level is most comfortable for you, you have the block directly underneath your shoulder blades. Let your arms extend out to the side or up overhead. We're going to go through a little body scan now. If at any point you want to come down out of this posture, you can simply remove the blocks and lie flat on your back in savasana. And let's start out with a deep breath in through the nose and sigh out through the mouth. Again, in through the nose and sigh out through the mouth. Really let yourself make a little bit of noise here. Don't be shy. Breathe in through your nose and exhale out through the mouth. I'm going to name various parts of the body. As I do, allow the Om chant to bring that part of your body gratitude, to release tension, and to bring healing. The crown of the head. The temples. The center of the forehead, or third eye. The left eye and the muscles behind the eye. The left cheekbone. The left jaw. The chin. Your bottom lip. The tongue. Allowing the teeth and lips to separate. The inside of the mouth. The upper lip. The left nostril. The right nostril. The right eye and muscles within the eye socket. The right cheekbone. Remember to take deep breaths. The right jaw. The throat. Imagining the color blue. The right shoulder. The right bicep wrapping around to the tricep, melting. The right elbow. The right forearm. Right wrist. The back of the right hand, making contact with the floor. The palm of the right hand, receiving. The right thumb. First finger. Second finger. Third finger. And little finger. whole of the right arm, the right shoulder blade, the heart center, shining, open, empowered by its vulnerability, empowered by recognizing it fully in all its forms. Inhale deeply and let go. Let go of the judgment. Simply notice the left shoulder, the left bicep and tricep, the left elbow, the left forearm, the back of the left hand, melting, letting go, the palm of the left hand, the left thumb, first finger, second finger, third finger, left little finger, the entire left arm and hand, the left shoulder blade, up into the heart center, warmth flowing down to your belly button, the solar plexus, down the sides of the body, down the back into the hip points and pelvis. The sacral chakra. The right thigh. The right knee. The right calf and shin. The heel of the right foot. The right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, the right little toe, the whole of the right leg, releasing. Releasing yourself from the blocks if you so desire. Taking a deep inhale as we focus on the left thigh. Left knee. Left calf and shin. Heel of the left foot. Left big toe. second toe, third toe, fourth toe, the left little toe, the whole of the left leg, both legs and feet, the root chakra. Now notice the whole of the body as you take a deep inhale. And on the exhale, chant Om. The second time together, inhale. And exhale. Lay here in savasana, allowing your breath to return to normal. Perhaps rolling to the right side in a fetal position. Maybe using your arm as a pillow. Take a second here to notice the results of your practice. Thank yourself for meeting on the mat today, taking care of yourself, going within. And whenever you're ready, come up to seated and back into your day. Namaste.